How'd you like working with Randy Savage?
Oh gosh, Randy was great. I mean, the first time Randy and I ever stepped in the ring together was at WrestleMania 4 in the main event.
Wow.
We had never touched before. And well, I don't know, you can go back and look at it, but I think we blew it out. We had a great match, and then after that that's where he won the title. And then fast forward, we wrestled each other, in cities all over the country, off of that. So, but yeah, I had world of respect for Randy. And Randy, like myself, came from a wrestling family.
Sure.
Yeah. So, and yeah, and Randy was also notoriously frugal, I guess would be the word.
He's cheap. Come on, Ted, say it. He was cheap.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but God bless him. I mean, and I would rather be that than the other way. Like,
Right.
just throwing your money out there and
Sure.
care what you spend. It was
Wait,
good.
did you just say you don't like people who throw their money around, Ted? Come on. You're the $1 million man.
Yeah, well, yeah, that wasn't my money. Oh, and
Yeah.
here's a funny story. Uh, oh gosh, I'm trying to think who it was. Oh, there were a couple of guys, but the one guy in particular that this happened with me. Like after the show, the guy, we'd always go back to the hotel, and get something to eat and go in and have a few beers and ever. And then, and so, I'm trying to think who it was that came in and always wanted to, uh, he was like, around around for the house on, and who, golly, oh man, I want to say it wasn't Andre. I can't, I'll think of it, here's the punchline. Whoever that person was, and he was, he was a guy that, he was one of the guys, and he loved to do it. And I went up and I tapped him on the shoulder and I said, I do that too. I said, but here's the big difference. You're spending your money. I'm spending Vince's money. Because that's one of the things Vince told me to do. He said, go in
Yeah.
and announce yourself, tell everybody in like a fancy restaurant that, you're picking up the tab, and have Virgil with you, and they go around and pick up everybody's check and, slap the $100 bills down, get the receipt, bring it back to us, and we'll replenish the money. And all that money I spent, Vince wrote off as marketing.
Wow.
Yeah,
Genius.
he's marketing his town. He's marketing
Yeah.
me. Yeah. And so, yeah, there's a
Was there a,
couple.
was there a limit? Did he say to you,
Well, he all he said was, "Now, let me caution you: if you abuse it, you will lose
you'll
it."
lose it? Got
And he
it.
said, "So pick your spots." And I said, "Okay, I understand." And I never abused it. I'm still trying to think who it was that. It's just, I'll think of it some sooner or later.
Getting back to Randy Savage, how is it working out matches with him? He's rumored to like want to talk a lot about it, and I'm sure you're old school. You like to go in there and just work the match.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, Randy was easy to work with, and Randy was easy to work with because, like me, he grew up in the business,
Mhm.
and like me, his father was a wrestler, and I think that was one of the things that we had going for us. And I'm trying to think, when we were going over the finish for the WrestleMania 4 match, and and Pat Patterson kind of laid out the finish and what have you and everything, and how it would go, and boom, and I would do miss the big thing, and he covers me, and 1 2 3, and I said, yeah, that sounds good, and Randy's like, and Elizabeth looked at him and said, Randy, you can do that. He says, yeah, okay, I can do that. Now, I don't. I'm sure that Randy didn't depend on Elizabeth's, you know, advice on all of his finishes or anything like that. But it was just funny for that one.